Alright, let's begin. Hopefully I have done everything right. It's been a minute. Hello, everyone! Hello! I'm alive! Well, I lived. Alive is a loose word for how I feel. Hello, Beast. Hello, Lavender Crow. Hello, Evil Banana, and hello, my favorite Dinosaur. How are you all doing? Hope you all are doing fantastic. I have been away, and not much progress has been made. And there's a very good reason for that. Is I got the Taco Bell poop disease, and it's been rough. I've been basically dying in my room, all alone for the past week. It's been rough. So the only thing that has happened on the Dinos world is I built this section of trees, and it took me all week because I would build a tree, and then my tum-tum would get upset and say no more, and I would log out of the game. So, yeah, not a lot has happened, but there are now trees out the back of the starter base. Are they the best trees? I don't really think so. I made them in a cold medicine induced play session, so I don't really know if these are the best trees, but they do exist. I don't know. I don't know what I ate. I don't know if it was the funky lettuce or if okay, that was a generalization of events. What happened was I had my finals week, which I was talking about last stream. That was a big thing that made me not able to work on the Dinos world at all. And at the end of that week, I went on vacation with my lovely girlfriend. We went to Chicago. I got to see the Field Museum, which was really cool. I think that's going to be included in next episode. I have some clips and some stuff and some skeleton videos that I want to show you all. So that'll probably end up in next episode. But as soon as we got back from our trip, I just started feeling rough. And it was bad. And I've been typically when I'm sick, I still play video games. I was not playing video games. I was either asleep or on the toilet. And that was my whole week. So sorry if that's TMI, but yeah, I didn't do any progress except for these trees. The trees are kind of nice. They look a little bit funky if you look at them right here, but I think they're okay. I think they're all right. They're not the best, and I need to do some along here. This feels pretty barren. It feels foliaged, but not treed. So I still need to do that. But I'm actually really sick of building trees. I'm so sick of building trees. I need a different thing to build right now because trees is not it. And that leaves us with really two options. There's currently a poll in the chat. If you would like to answer it, I think there are multiple options. Terraforming and fossil mining. Digging will be digging out parts of the Megalodon enclosure, is what I mean by that. We need to dig this section back even more, and I need to dig along here as well, so that's what digging means. And then resource collection means mining for deep slate. So please, if you've not voted, vote for that. And then yes, I am working on an Ankylosaurus habitat. That's gonna be next video. I don't know when next video is gonna come out because you kind of saw the progress of the habitat is not there. And I really wanted to get more work done while I was on a break from school. But then I got sick. So this will be happening. I want to work on this. We could even work on it here, but it's kind of hard to work on something that's going to be directly in the video because I won't be able to stop and start and record clips in the middle of it. And I don't want to crowd it with just a time lapse. So we probably won't work on this today in stream. What we will work on is either the Megalodon or something else. Or digging. Because I either need to dig the Megalodon or I need to dig the cave system. Something's got to get dug. Eventually. Or we can work on more terraforming cliffs. Currently, terraforming's winning. Hello, Jurassic John. Welcome. Just saying hi. Perfectly fine. let's see, what do I have? I only have that much. So we might end up resource collecting because we can't do the terraforming we need to do. Because the only thing left with this is I need to replace it all with deep slate. And I need to figure out how it's going to connect in here. And I really think it's just going to, like, I'm going to wall it over there again. And give it, like, a little bit, yeah. I think a wall here. And connect it, like, from here to there. So we can work on that real quick. With just stone. Ow. I've got a bunch of other stuff in my inventory. I really should have cleared out before the stream. But I didn't really plan that far ahead. Most of what happened today was just, I've not streamed in a while. And I've been sick, so I wanted to stream. So, yeah. Hi, pizza user. How are you? Thank you, Jurassic John. I really like the new badges. I like that those are showing up on stuff. That's really nice. I like that I finally got to a point where there are, like, when I was doing the voting, I was getting nervous because, like, not everybody was getting new badges. Like, it was just, like, updating to, like, everyone gets the latest one I put out. But I finally got to a point where there were, like, people with different amounts of badges, and that was fun. At least for me, it was fun to see. It's fun to see people with different badges. Oh, and there is a membership goal. I don't know if it's working. I don't know if the one that Spike did is working currently. It was working earlier. I don't know. Hopefully it's working. But it's completely optional. I just did it because I thought it would be fun. And there's no pressure on that. So. Last night you puked. Yeah, that's kind of how my thing started. I don't know if there's, like, a specific test that they've come out with to do for the cyclospora or whatever it's called. But we're, like, pretty confident that's what I had. And by pretty confident, I mean, like, maybe, like, 60% confident. But, yeah. Would you ever consider touring other people's worlds? Maybe. Maybe. It depends. It depends on really how busy I am. Because I am a very... Like, I'm sure you guys have probably been able to gauge that through the videos, but I am a very incredibly busy person for whatever reason. I don't know why. I am so busy all the time. If I lived in a perfect world that I got to choose everything I wanted to do, I would be doing, like, nothing but Minecraft. If the limitations of my body and then also the need for, like, money in the world were gone, I would probably be playing Minecraft the whole time. Much to the chagrin of my girlfriend, who would tell me that I need to get up and do things. At some point. Okay, so if we do... That was a voice crack. Sorry, that's embarrassing. But it does happen. Happens. If we do from here... I'm just gonna try and connect it up to, like, right here, maybe. And it doesn't have to be super tall like the other wall, because... What, this level's, like... Yeah, like, right up there. Like, even, like, that's how many blocks below. It's, like, 3 below this one. So we can just, like... I'm gonna... 1, 2, 3... So about, like, right here. That's where we'll place a little bit of a pillar, and we'll just connect up over there. Will work just fine. If you've never experimented with building with a conduit, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. conduit power is so underrated in the Minecraft space, I guess. It's so useful, especially when you're building underwater like I happen to be doing all of the time because of these underwater prehistoric creatures. So yeah, I highly recommend conduits. You have to do any building underwater. I forgot. As order Taco Bell. Yeah, the Taco Bell. It's no joke. It's no joke. I don't recommend it. Hi, Envy. How are you? I miss you. Oh, think that's good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't even know if it was Taco Bell. Like I said, I went on a trip to Chicago and I ate like lots of like out to eat food over there, and I definitely had salads at many of the restaurants that we went to. So I don't know if it was actually Taco Bell that did it or what it was, but we do think it was some kind of something like that just because I matched like a lot of the symptoms. Actually, well, you know when you're sick and you call your mom or your family or anyone else and then they've got like they're able to give you some advice on to how to help, but like the rest of it's like, I don't know. Could really be anything, buddy. You know, my grandma had a one theory, my mom had a different theory, and I don't know. So I took medicine, and I feel moderately better, better enough to stream. Is was really the goal. I was just kind of sitting here, like not really doing anything. When I say like not doing anything, I literally was in bed or I was on the toilet, and those were my two modes for about Monday to Friday of last week, and then I started feeling a little bit better Saturday, and I had a birthday to go to, so I got myself up. I did end up going to see the new Spider-Man movie, which was phenomenal. And yeah, and that was really good. But yeah, between those two events, like I've just been really doing not a lot. And typically I'll play Minecraft even when I'm sick, and I just haven't been doing. I'm doing good, Envy. I'm doing good. Like I was a little sick last week, and so I'm trying to push myself to get back into the swing of doing things on the Dinos world that I've been unable to do. Could be mysterious Chicago disease. I did walk barefoot through the streets of Chicago, and that might have something to do with it. And that's a whole different story. Um, and it kind of like my symptoms were kind of food related. Like it felt food caused, I guess, is what I was told. But you know what? There's no way to be sure. No way to be sure, if I'm being honest. Let's cut this back a little. That's a rocket. Let's do that. That looks good enough for like underwater wall. I think that's fine. It'd be good enough. We can now, I think, work. We can fill in this wall. That could be a good step in the right direction. Yes. I'm using complementary shaders. I've got a couple of settings tweaked, like So I'm using complementary reimagined, and then I have turned off the shaders sun and moon and replaced them with the Vanilla Tweaks 3D, and then the clouds, the shader clouds I turned off, and I'm using the mod called Simply Clouds, and it makes it look super, super cutie. How I like. I did. Listen, I did walk. I I walked through the city barefoot. I had socks on, technically, but my girlfriend wore heels to the concert we went to, so I wasn't gonna let her be in pain, so I let her wear my shoes. And then I was, you know, I was in the I don't think that would have been it though. I got home, we got back to the hotel and I immediately like washed my feet. Because I did have similar concerns. Do I have andesite? Do! Nice. Let's just craft that up. That'll be good. Let alone a city. You wouldn't catch me dead. Yeah. Yeah. It would, listen, it was still a fun time. It was a good, funny moment. Good. I'm glad. I've always liked complementary. I've always liked shaders that stick to a really vanilla vibe. Like when the shaders are very, very vanilla-ish. I like playing Minecraft as vanilla-ish as possible because I think that's where I get the most enjoyment. I just like the base game. And so when I see like a bunch of like super duper modded stuff, like it's like, and it doesn't look like Minecraft anymore, it throws me off a little bit. And I don't typically like playing that style as much. Or like I like even the mod pack itself to be super vanilla. I don't like, you know, having it feel super duper 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 modded. Okay. Not there, because that's useless. Right there. And then fill in. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. This shouldn't be too much andesite, I hope. And I need to figure out something better to like decorate this wall. And someone had a good suggestion a while ago that like this could be like almost an outlet for the lagoon. Like maybe they're getting water from a natural source underground filling this whole thing, and this wall is basically functioning as a dam that's then releasing out into this way, then into the swamp and out towards that river. Basically, I've always imagined it flowing this way towards the lagoon, but with how it just ends here, I think it would make more sense that all of this water is flowing out of the lagoon. So finding a way that's going to show that is going to be a challenge, but one that we are up to the task of taking. And there is so much I have to build in this world. I do have the next 3 episodes planned out. Like for this whole series, obviously the next one coming out is going to be Ankylosaurus, and that's going to be the whole real focus. But I have like plans for the other sections to come out, or like the next couple episodes. I have like them all planned out in my head already, which is good. Which is good. I should. You know what? You know what, Issa? I definitely should have worn her heels. I thought about it too, but she didn't want me to break them. They were like kind of like plasticky almost. Um, I used complimentary reimagined, I believe. Let me just double check I was telling you guys right. It's just complimentary shaders. I don't really know. Here's my shader settings. Vanilla-ish. I think I went back and downloaded the latest available for this version. Because I think eventually they like maybe separated it into reimagined and unlimited. But I liked what they had before, so I ended up downloading that. I'm not too sure though. It's been a while since I did all that. I love seeing all the Pachyrhinosaurus ones. Those make me happy. I was so happy that that one got picked. I think that's what, after 6 months is that badge. That makes me happy because Pachyrhinosaurus was technically the first dinosaur we got in this world. I'm gonna quickly save the replay file of that because there was a little section of wall, and that'll be like a good. It'll be a good cinematic shot. You got to think these things ahead. Because technically, I'm clip farming for episode 30. which is like still super far away, but I needed it. Okay, there we go. And now what we can do is replace all of this with the deep slate, which is something that I have to do. Not that, that's my axe. Why did I press that button? I meant to press that button so that way I could name this Meg Wall outside. Nice. It is now named. I will remember to go back and grab that. Maybe in the video. I also forgot to turn on the music for the Minecraft vibes. Hopefully that'll turn on. Okay. There. We shall go. And I don't know why I ever decided deep slate was the way to go for this, because I don't have as much of it as you would like me to have. But we'll resource gather if we run out. Oh, I should also probably start replaying. I'm so excited to be in newer versions of Minecraft and work with flashback, because I've heard it's just so much better than replay mod. And I'm super excited to mess around with it, because, I mean, it's just going to be great. I don't know if the devs have any future plans of porting anymore, because they did the 1.21 not too long ago in terms of, like, mod development. So I don't foresee them doing another one anytime soon. Vanilla, but I'm playing with almonds. Oh yeah, honestly, any mod pack can work. You're completely right. I just like the vanilla. Technically, I have 120 mods installed for this pack, I think is what it says on the starting screen. But a lot of those are just quality of life things. Like I just have the clouds mod or the splashes mod, or just something that adds like one subtle effect to my world that I enjoyed. But overall, I like playing vanilla Minecraft a lot. So like when I search for like modded packs, I typically tend to just like, you know, the vanilla type feeling. And I definitely see a place for other mod packs, because they're lots of fun, I'm sure. It's just for me personally, I do just enjoy. I like not having to learn too much. I like playing my safe Minecraft where I know how to do everything. So when mods add like a bajillion things. Like I've always liked fossils the best of the Dinos mods because of how simplistic it's like dinosaur cloning processes. It's literally just 2 extra like basically furnaces, and that's all. You just have to know what items go in what part, and there's not like 15 machines. Like I've always just enjoyed how vanilla feeling the fossils processes. It's super nice. You didn't expect it to win though. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. So when I've been doing the badges, I've been making a set of 4. I put it to the members in my members polls. I don't have a ton of members, but I want them to have, you know, their say. So I'll let them vote for like 3 days. They'll pick. I'll just basically pull from that vote the top 2, or in one case I pulled the top 3 because there was a 3-way tie. And then I'll post it to everyone and let the general masses do it. Just because, like, on the one hand, I have so few members now, but they're paying for that kind of extra voice. But also, like, if there are any future members out there, I don't want their perks to be decided by, you know, 3 people before they ever had a chance or whatever. So I thought, like, 2 rounds, or, like, putting it to the members first and then putting it on a YouTube post worked pretty good, and has been working pretty good. And most of the time, honestly, I think the YouTube posts have pretty much aligned with the winner. because I posted 2 winners, so I post like number 1 voted by the members and number 2 voted by the members, and pretty much every time the YouTube post has been in line with what the members actually voted for number 1 as well. I just wanted it to be open to more people. How flashback is only like versions because it's so much more optimized. So like, yeah. What am I? Wait. What did I say? Light. What are you working on? I do use the create mod. Also, hello Ryan. How are you? How was your movie last night? I'm sorry I didn't attend. I was worried that I was gonna explode. Flashback is 1.21 only. Axiom is 1.20. They don't work prior to that. Yeah, I don't think they work prior to that, and it's a lot of extra work to make them work prior to that version, because I think a lot changed in the coding between 1.20 and 1.21. That's why, like, old mods like Fossils hasn't gone past 1.20, and newer mods haven't gone before. Just because it's a lot of extra work. I should sleep for the replay. Because of it being a really old mod. Yeah. It is a really old mod. Really, really old. Yeah. I do like my safe, I know how to play Minecraft. And I like when the mechanics that mods add feel very Minecrafty, because they feel intuitive into the game. Like I've always said, I like Fossils because it feels like maybe an update Mojang would have added to the game. Maybe, kind of. You know, like there's a little bit of, oh yeah, I totally, like, if Mojang didn't already say that they would never add dinosaurs, I'd believe it. I'd believe that this was an update Mojang added. You know? And that's just something I've always enjoyed about the Fossils mod. Because I can play it and feel like, oh yeah, this all fits. This all looks nice. And another big thing is, like, when the dinosaurs don't fit in with the rest of the mobs in the game, it really, really throws me off. Like, playing, like, Jurassic Craft or Jurassic Reborn, and the dinosaurs look super over-modeled, I guess is the right term. It just really pulls me out of the fact that I'm playing Minecraft. And it's like, well, there's a cow with, like, 3 pixels for a face next to this T-Rex that looks like they could use it in, like, an actual movie or animation or something. So it's always, like, I've always preferred Fossils and their ability to make it feel vanilla. And I'm so excited for Cedar Mountain, whenever that happens. I want it to happen. Is it not just that they decided to update the models and all? Yeah, some of the the Fossils team has gone through, like, new people, new leadership, new other stuff since the original stuff. They still have some OG members, and I don't know. They've got a lot going on. All the time. All the time. But it is a really, really old mod. Like, probably, it's one of, wasn't it, like, one of that first wave of mods? Like, you can go back and see people playing with this, like, really, really early on. And gosh, those were the days with those really old models. They were all, like, super vibrant. I don't know. I don't know what their, like, artistic direction was, but it gave me very, like, early paleo art and, like, 90s paleo art where, like, dinosaurs were super inaccurate but, like, super colorful. And that's just what the mod felt like. Like, they were super, super, super inaccurate, and they looked so goofy. But they were just fun. They were just so fun to have in the game. You know, I got a comment a while ago that I was Atlanticraft LARPing, which is really funny, because I really do like those old videos. Like, I love the Atlanticraft when I was younger, and I love the Jurassic Craft videos that they made. And I don't know why. Like I am a penguin skin for a multitude of reasons. My nickname has always been, or like my gamer tag has always been Pengu since like 2020. And like it's just always been that way. And so I like when I started playing on Realms with my friends around that time, I changed my username to Coda de Pengu. Because it was something else originally. I don't even remember what it was. But I changed it to Coda the Pengu. And then, like, of course, with that name, I had to be a penguin skin. Just because penguins were my favorite animal. And ever since, I've just been a penguin. So when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't even, like, think about it. I was just like, oh, yeah, I'll just get into it. I'll just do the content thing, you know? And I didn't even think about the fact that I was a penguin or starting it like that. So it is a happy little accident. Being popular until 1.7, if you remember. Yeah, the models and stuff are just super over modeled in some of those other dinosaur Jurassic, like specifically the Jurassic ones. Like I know there's a lot of dinosaur mods, and I do want to check some out. I've even considered, like, I started that zoo series. I think I'm gonna, when I end up doing episode 2, whenever that happens, I think I want to switch the dinosaur mod, just because I do want to play around with other dinosaurs in different mods. And I know that might be a little bit derivative from like Charlie, but I do want to actually look at some of the other dinosaur mods because they're really cool, and I feel like the developers deserve a little bit of attention and love, and whatever I can send their way is probably somewhat helpful. So I just want to check them out, really. And this might be all my deep slate. And we got, like, nothing done. So we might have to go... Hopefully there will be some more at my base. Maybe? Maybe, hopefully. If not, we'll go mining. We will keep mining. Because this is Minecraft. Pause recording. How's that looking? We got nothing done. It's so sad how little it actually looks like we got done. I mean, technically we got all of this. Like, that's not a small amount. It just feels like a small amount. Oh, wait, there's more. There's more. That's good. Just empty out some of this. Just empty out the andesite a little bit. We can work a little bit more before we go and gather resources. Ow. I also do want to play Prehistoric Planet. That is another one that I bought, I have, and I want to play it. Because I know it's good. I know it's another, like, park builder-esque dinosaur game. Kind of like Jurassic World Evo. Which Jurassic World Evo just got a really cool announcement that they're adding crocodilians. So I also want to play that and test those guys out. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Sorry. It was overwhelming. We'll do 20. I do look like Cody, yeah. And you know, my name Dakota kind of sounds like some people have called me Cody before as like a nickname. I don't like being called Cody, and I like Coda if I was to be given a nickname off of my real name. But yeah, a lot of people have said that I was like, or like I've gotten a couple comments that are like, you remind me of the Atlanticraft, or you're Atlanticraft LARPing, and I was like, guys, it wasn't intentional. I just happened to have a penguin skin on when I started the channel, and it's stuck. I'm unable to change now. I'm too far in. I'm too far gone. I mean, like, I could probably change now, but I feel like it would be more confusing than what it's worth. Like, I think the occasional "you remind me of the Atlanta craft" is funny, so I don't think it's worth changing my, like, I guess, branding at all. Just because, like, it's funny. I like it. That's how I learned Minecraft in the first place. Yeah, the Atlanta craft was such a... It's one of those ones that, like, was definitely a part of my childhood. Like, when I was really young, my go-to was Dan TDM. When I got a little bit older, I started liking Stampy 2, and then I started liking the Atlanta craft as well. Especially when I got, like, into dinosaurs and stuff, because the Atlanta craft had a several long-running Jurassic Craft series. And it was around that time, like, when they were doing, I think, their last one, is when I first got able to see the first Jurassic Park, like, when I was old enough that my parents were like, alright, we'll let you watch it. You know? It's maybe a little bit adult for you, but we'll let you watch it. So, like, around when they were doing their last Jurassic Craft series is when I got to do that and got really big into it, because, you know, I just watched the movie. But definitely a key part of my childhood was the Atlanta craft. And I think they're still making videos. I don't know. I kind of fell off it. They kind of did, like, I grew out of them for sure. And that's perfectly fine. You're allowed to have your favorite YouTubers. You're allowed to grow out of them. You're allowed to, like, move on. That's part of growing up. Which is really sad. It is really sad. The one YouTuber I've been unable to grow out of is Markiplier currently. Like, I've just always been able to enjoy his voice and his game style. I've always found him funny. But, yeah. Definitely watched a lot of them when I was growing up. Prehistoric Kingdom is a cool game, but it's way too difficult to build pretty things in it compared to Evo for me. Yeah, so, the thing about Evo now is that from what I've seen, Jurassic World Evo 3 does have a very similar building system now to Prehistoric Kingdom. Kind of that Planet Zoo type where you have, like, all of these pieces and you can assemble them a bajillion different ways. And as someone who is so detailed-oriented, I know I can't make content off of that. Because I'll spend probably 20 minutes looking at different windows to put onto the building, and then by the time I've decided, everyone who thought I was interesting now has clicked away because it is no longer interesting. If I am to play, like, Evo and Prehistoric Kingdom, it'll probably be on live stream, because that way people can just chill with me instead of, like, me trying to make, you know, me selecting from a menu interesting for 40 minutes. Okay, pause recording because I'm out of Deep Slate, and we'll go check the storage room first. And if we're out of that in the storage room, then we're out of it, and we'll have to go gather more. That full. I'm just gonna throw it in here. Take this, and away! Away we go. Someone with Waffle in the name, I think. Did a park builder with Reborn and Roleplay. I feel like I watched that too. I feel like I watched someone who, like, did a lot of role-playing with their like, park builder series, and I never have been able to find that channel again. But I do remember watching that. And we might be talking about different people, but I do remember something like that a long, long time ago. I have a lot of Deep Slate, but I want to use cobbled Deep Slate for this. Light, how quick could I make a drill? The Waffle Galaxy? That might be it. Yeah, I like Prehistoric Kingdom and Evo. Like, I feel like I'll spend so long trying to make it exactly how I want that it just wouldn't be interesting to watch. And I'd spend so long that I'd, like, lose myself in it. Yeah. There's been so many Dino series, or like Minecraft Dino series. There's been a lot of Jurassic Craft series. My goal is to be one of the series that gets everything. Gets everything. That is my only goal. Is to just be one series that doesn't stop until everything is acquired. That is my only goal with this series. Like, how hard is it to do a thingy? We're like 3 people. Minecart, cart assembler, the rails, and then as many drills as you want. Okay, I'm just gonna do a 9x9 drill, I guess. Cause I don't really know what I'm doing. So we'll try it. I need some iron nuggets. I'm gonna need another stack of this. That's what I was originally intending to do. Go ahead and craft a stack of that. What did I need for this? Casing. Do I have casing? Would be a good question to ask. I have some casing. And we can also make more. Because if I take 21 of those, we'll just use our... You have to strip it and then put it on? I hope you guys know that I've had the create mod installed in this world since the first episode, and I basically don't touch it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I don't just, you know, use it. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. Okay, and now let us craft 9 drills. 9 drills. 9. Okay. Now. Okay. I need a cart assembler. These are important things. Cart assembler. Okay, I need a redstone. Redstone. And 2 more logs. I'm just gonna grab some logs. This is baby's first minecart assemblation. Baby's first create. What else do I need? Probably rails. Can I ponder? How can I ponder? Attach structures to passing minecarts. Oh. This is symbols passing cart. Oh, okay. Super glue. Okay, so I'll need super glue. And I can take it away. Carry the contraption elsewhere. Phenomenal. Okay. So now. Oh, it gives me an example. Oh. To face towards their which side of the structure will be considered the front? Okay. Behavior can be modified using the value panel. Oh. Oh. I see. Okay. Now, whenever 2 cart assemblers share an attached structure, powering each of them will create a carriage contraption. Oh, I see. Behave like those connected via minecart coupling. What's a coupling? Oh. Cart assemblers on regular tracks will not affect passing cart's motion. Oh. When on powered or controlled rail, the carts will be held in place until it is powered. So do I need to do anything else? Yeah. I've just never been able to get into Create. Oh, I can use a furnace minecart. I see. So I need a furnace minecart. I see. Can I go back a step? No. I wanted to watch that again. Cart assemblers on regular tracks will not affect passing cart's motion. Okay, can I? No, oh, that restarts it. Other types of minecarts can be used as the anchor. Furnace carts will keep themselves powered, pulling fuel from any attached inventories. Okay. So we need barrels. We need barrels. Barrels. Acquired. Okay. We need fuel of some magnitude. We need a furnace minecart. So we're going to need minecart. We'll take a regular minecart as well. Let us. Do I have a furnace? And we'll craft a furnace. This is engineering. We will engineer this to be the best minecart you have ever seen. No one will doubt me and my genius. My genius knows no bounds. I need the other ones. I need the gold ones. Where the... Do I not have any? Are you serious? Good thing I built a gold farm last stream. I was smart. I knew what I would need. Yeah, the Create does have some lag problems, but you can install a couple of, like, compatibility or quality of life mods that, like, help it out a little bit. Let us try. We have barrels, we have carts, we have the thing, we've got that, we've got this, we've got that. These seem like good stepping stones. We can bring this. And why not? Why not, we need blocks of some fashion. Maybe we just bring the casings. Yes. This is good. Let us go. We shall determine if I am a genius or not. My genius will know no bounds. And you will have infinite respect for me when I figure this out all on my own. I do need fuel. I need the coal. Lest I be trapped in an eternal nothingness, no power. I should have plenty of fuel, though. Look at all of that coal. I don't have any. Oh, I do. I do have blocks of coal. Let's just take the blocks of coal. I don't know why my accent's slowly switching to, like... I don't even know what that was. My genius! Yeah. Yes, you can do it for me, Light. But I think it'd be funny to watch me struggle to do this. I'm going to attempt to do it. I'm going to go down into my mines. The mines! The mines. Okay. Let's go this way first. We're going to have a rail. Okay. Step 1. Rails. We'll do 2 of these and we will expand. Yes. Okay. Now. We need this. It goes here. Perfect. My genius. That works. Okay, so in theory, if I place 1, 2... Go away! Here! Here! My genius. It knows no bounds. I should have brought more torches. I did bring torches. I don't know what I'm on about. I have so many torches. I don't know why I have not lighted this area up. Okay. We need the drills. Drills. You're going to hit me, and I'm going to be upset at you. Go away. Go away. Away with you. Thank you. There you go. Drills. Now, I didn't bring super glue. That was like essential. I am sorry. But here's the fuel. Fuel go there. Maybe we need some of that fuel out of here. So that way I can fuel the minecart. But do I need to go get super glue? Away! Ow! I've hit my head. I'm having fun. I think I'll that'll be a character in the series eventually. Whenever I start making like little short stories. I've actually wanted to do that for quite some time. I want to make like short stories with the Dinos world. Do I have super glue? Super glue! Okay. Like, I really want to make some little, like, camp stories. I want to make, obviously some horror stories, like a escaped dino or something, or like a, some like analog horror stuff. I want to make some like cutesy ones where it's like Ranger Tales or something like that, where like it's just the park rangers interacting with various dinosaurs. I want to make cutesy stuff with this series at some point or another. Whenever I get good. Okay. And done. The glue is applied. So now, let me place a block. We'll start there. And if I take a furnace with a minecart in it, I take the fuel. Oh. That has not worked. Why did that not work? Oh, it's because I have not powered it. Okay. Attempt 2. My genius! It knows no bounds. There is a problem. There is a very apparent problem. I must go back. I don't have a wrench. Crap. I have messed up. Can I send it back the other way? Can I, like... Return! Go! Can I loop-de-loo it around? Can I fly? No. This is a problem. Oh, there we go. That is also done wrong. What if I do it like this? That has it going the other way now. Maybe I have to wait? Well, I guess, well, can I? No, I can't put that there. I guess I just have to go straight. Straight this way. I don't know how far. Well, I only have 30. Oh. There is a chasm. Was that a creeper? Go away! I'm tired of you. I've gone down a block! How did I do that? Why did nobody tell me? What is the point of you guys? If you're not going to tell me when I'm messing up massively. Yeah. Okay. can I go the other way? Go! Go back! Why do you forsake me? How did you turn around before? But yet you refuse to turn around now. I am confusion. What if I... Here! Yes! I've done it! This probably doesn't make any sense to do it like this. But maybe it works. It's working. It's working. It's because I'm a great inventor, Dinosaur. I have invented this. I don't really know. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I was having fun. It's going to run out of rail. What happens when it... Oh. This is a problem. How can I solve this? Can I send it back the other way? Away! Oh! Oh! How are you going? Can I just continuously give it track in front of it? Is that like something I can do? I invented a doohickey. It's working. Slightly. I don't know where to go from here. Maybe... Yeah. It's in a very unfortunate place, where I can't reach the minecart to interact with its physics. Go! Go that way. Yes. Onward. You scallywag. Push! Oh, am I rotating it? How does that work? In what world does that make sense? I've built in a functionally... It's functional. But light, it's functional. It's functioning as intended. Yeah, I'll go get a wrench. I'll go get a wrench. I'll do it. I'll do the thing. And I'll stop fooling around. I'll go get a wrench. My doohickey is the best thing that anyone's ever created with the Create mod. It functions 100% as intended. And anyone that says otherwise will be banned. How about that? I should go get a pattern. I shall pattern it. One of those old hammer mods. This is easy. Yeah. Honestly, I'm mostly doing this for the bit. Like I probably will use this like slightly, but then I will just revert. Oh, I could have just I already had the wrench on me because it was in my inner chest in my tools. So yeah, I just have the wrench. I didn't need to come back up here. Sorry! My apologies. Back down to the mines. I don't know why I'm talking like a 1800s, like, inventor / like, robber baron. I don't know why. That's why I've chosen to do. But I've... Like, a lot of people suggest to me vein miner mods or hammer mods, and I've just never liked that for some reason. Because the vein miner, like, just feels... It does, like, for me, I know a lot of people say it doesn't feel cheaty, but for me, it does feel a little, like, slightly cheaty, and I don't much enjoy that. Yeah. Oh, I picked it up. Ah! Demon baby! Go away! Be gone with you! Taking my rails elsewhere. This was a bad direction. Whoever suggested this is bad. Let's go this way. I will put that, no, like this. And we'll place it there. And we'll place a block as backing. Now, we shall move onward. Go away! I'm trying to build something, man. I'm building the future. I'm stuck. Guys, I'm stuck in the accent, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with this now. But maybe someone out there finds it funny. I find it funny. Of course, as soon as I go digging into this, I hit a diorite patch. This is what everyone wants to see. There's a gravel patch as well. Everyone's favorite material. Yeah, the downside of these drilling machines is it just digs indiscriminately of what it is. Like, in terms of, like if I'm mining, I can just pick out the deep slate. So I don't know which is, like, better suited for my playstyle. Oh. Go for it. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, it is digging. It is digging out an area for me that I don't have to dig out now. So, in some ways, this has been an immeasurable success. Is it stuck? What are you stuck on? Why are you no longer digging? Are you out of fuel? Oh, maybe you don't use coal blocks as fuel. Hello? There you go. Just needed a little push. Just go ahead and throw all the coal I can in there. And then what happens when it reaches the end? Is it going to bounce back? Okay. Lots of that. Where's my ender chest? I do have extra stuff. Just gonna dump all this junk in here. All my contraption junk. Maybe it'll be useful. And then here's some other shulker boxes. Let's go see. That was like what, 40? Ooh, diamonds. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. I mean, you know what? For how quick it moved, it wasn't bad. Can I just continue on with this line if I just give it more rail? Or do I have to do the whole setup thing again? See, okay, the one downside that I'm currently having with this iteration of the contraption is that I have to dig out the rail line first. So is there a way that I will not have to dig out the rail line first? Is that an option? Is that something that can be done through earthly means? It seems as if that it is not. You sent me screenshots, Light. Thank you. I will probably use them right after. But we'll try. We will use the machine that I so graciously created. My own two hands. How do I get this going again? Do I have to fuel it? Do I have to fuel you? Again? Greedy. Oh no! Well, I have found a flaw in the design. That's unfortunate. I think we scrap this for now and I just go get my beacon. Pick it up with the wrench, and it picks up its own rails and places them down. Oh, that's nice. Okay. If I oh, did it blow up all of the materials too? Like all the stuff that it was made out of? Because if it did, that's quite annoying. It's quite annoying, Mr. Creeper. Quite annoying. Okay. I'll throw all this here. Let me look at how obtainable lights is. Let me check. Honestly, that's not bad. I should have that. 9 drills, a deployer, and then all the cart stuff. Is that a furnace minecart? I think that's a furnace minecart. I should have all that. I'm gonna have to go make more drills now because that silly creeper and silly me didn't check it, but you know. Here, let's go back. I'll go actually build a correct one. We'll build a correct one and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. If anyone feels like clipping the thingy exploding, that'd be funny. I would like that clip in the future. And I will definitely forget about it after stream. Okay, so let's see here. Going to take out all of this useless stuff. There's no business being anywhere near me. There you go. Diorite. Gross diorite. Okay. So we have... I have the cart assembler. I need... We'll use barrels instead of chests. I need a deployer. Do I have one of those? I do. Sweet. Deployer. It needs rails, right? Like just rails. Yes. And I need a trowel. A trail. Do I not have one? It's called... Create. Create. Where is it? This one. Plow. You don't say. I need this. I need some of these. I need 7 more of these because the creeper blew up all of the ones I had originally. So that's good. Okay. And I need the plow, this thingy. Good. Okay. Now. Hello, Sadiq. How are you, sir? We are being inventors right now. I have the super glue. I have the chests / the furnaces. Got the assembler, got the lever, and I need the coal again. Let's use the coal. And I assume, and this could be wrong, I need rails and coal in one of the chests to hold all of the fuel. So I'm going to need a multitude of rails, which I don't seem to have any, but I can make some. So I have lots of iron and lots of sticks. That should be fine. It probably just needs like a stack or two. That way it doesn't run out or anything. And I need rails anyway. Might as well have made them. Okay. Invention Part 2. Hello, Spiky Boy. How are you doing, sir? I'm doing good, Sadiq. I'm doing good. I'm a little tired, and I'm still a little sick. But all in all, I'm having fun. We're doing inventing with the Create mod, and I'm really bad with the Create mod, notoriously. Even though I'm an engineer, I don't understand it. But we're doing it now. And I attempted to engineer it myself, and then Lidacat sent me a better design. This is too far. This is where we want to be. Okay. My invention, or well, Lidacat's invention. We'll place it like here. Just fill this in with gravel real quick. Okay, and what we need... Looked at my profile today, so that means one thing. Oh! That is true. That is true. That is true, Spikes. And I think the big takeaway is that you were a loss, for sure. Let's see. Okay. So we need... Oh no, this needs to be turned around. I want it to go... No. I want it to go the other way. That way. Good. Okay. Now, we need to... Skadoosh. I didn't mean to do that. I needed the powered rail. Right? Powered rail. Can use the wrench to flip this. Flip. Cool. Now... There you go. Okay. And now... we need to assemble. Good. You deserve to be happy with Sarah. Sarah seems really cool. Okay. Mechanical plow. Done. Then I need a deployer that's facing... Not that. It's facing... down. No. I want you facing down. How might I achieve? That's not what I wanted. That is also not what I wanted. Do I need to go up? Perhaps, maybe I need to go up. Create mod astounds me. Yes, I've done it. Okay, and now I need to hand it rail. Shall now deploy rail in the most spectacular of fashion. Okay. It doesn't have to be a powered rail. Sarah! Sarah Harding! Okay, and now it just needs drills. Not that way. Go away, man! Can you not see I'm inventing something? Gosh. Okay. this. Yeah. The drip of excellence. Okay. And now, barrels. We will have 1, 2, 3 barrels. That's not 3, that's 5 barrels. But this bottom barrel will be our excess fuel. Ideally. Okay. That has not worked. What happened? Oh, I didn't superglue it. I must superglue. Did that take a block or anything? No. Okay. That should work? Question mark? Yes! No! Ow! That hurt! What has happened? Can I just place this on a... I just place this on a thingy now? Go! Ow! Where did you come from? The skies. I had a light. I broke it. Oh, I've done it. Why is that not placing rails? Hello? Is it because you are what? Light a cat, help! Oh. In the little gray blocks, place a rail. Oh. How do I disassemble? Oh. I have broken it now. Okay. Rail. Rail. Perfect. Okay. Rails. Have I set it up correctly now? Lock rotation. M. I apologize. I am not in tune with the ways of the world. How do I lock? How do I lock rotation? How do I do that? Art movement mode. Always face toward the motion. No, lock rotation. There we go. Okay. So, now with super glue. Okay. Now, where's my lever? Oh, there's my lever. Away! Perfect. Has it gotten in its way? Hey. Oh, do I need a starting cart? I need a starting rail. Sorry. Picking it back up. Okay. Now, if I send it this way, it should go. The deployer has failed me once again. Why? What am I missing? What is your problem? You may need to raise the deployer and move the plow back one. I didn't test it. That's how the basic... Light a cat, you're leading me astray. How do I disassemble? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's move the plow back by 1. Okay. Take some rails. Move the deployer up 1. Not that. Okay. Okay, that's not worked. But I need access to the... Oh. Okay. Rail. Okay. Rail. Okay. Now, this will be rail box. This will be coal box. Don't think they technically need to be separated, but you know what? Oh, wait! Get out of here! You weren't invited! Ow. 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 I need lots of deep slate, Peaky. I need lots of deep slate for the megalodon and the terraforming around that area. And seeing as I need lots, we are attempting to figure out how... No, wait, how do I... No. Okay. There's too much glue happening. Okay, that's glued. Okay. That should be properly glued now. And that should, in theory, work. That is facing the right direction. But I need to come through to the other side. Maybe check this. Yeah, that's facing the right direction. Okay. And I need to change the movement thingy to lock rotation. Okay. And now I need to grab some fuel. It wasn't powered, which was the problem with that scenario. But if I power it, like the genius that I am, where did the lever go? Powered. Away. Crap. Where did I go wrong? Are these things not all glued together? Oh. They are not. Maybe that is what it needs. Yeah, none of this is glued together. Okay. Attempt 5. Yes! Yes, it has worked! Okay. Now if I place it and press go. Yes! Why has it stopped working? What happened? What has gone wrong? What? Why did it stop? Hello? Why have you stopped rotating? Is it because you ran out of things? Okay, I don't understand. Perhaps if we go down at this end and give you lots to drill. I don't... What is that? Okay. Let us try this again. You Oh. Let me retry. Oh. That is not... Oh. This has not functioned as intended. Why have you forsaken me? I've left the lever. Gosh, this is such a... I'm so bad. So bad at this. So bad. Why am I failing? Bum, bum, bum. Ooh, you're copying my homework. Middle school dropout. Pretty much light. Hey, we're getting there. Okay. Why? Oh no. How has that worked? This is a problem. Yes. Okay. What if I just whole machine. Perfect. Okay. I've taken the machine. Just, you know what? That's fine. This is fine. That is not the way that... You know what? Sure. No? Maybe... Oh, wait, I see. I see where I'm going wrong. It has to have... 2. That is still the wrong way. Why are you going such a bad way to go? Okay. Taking this one more time. I'm going to place this. Now there is absolutely no way that it could forsake me. Go. Now. Onward. Why did you go that way? What is possessing you to go in such a direction? What kind of madman directed you to go this... Why is it working? Why is it working? What? What? What has happened? Yes, get the diorite. That is what everyone intended. That is exactly what I built you to do. Is get the diorite. Yes. Let me stop you right there. Stop. Go away. You certainly weren't invited. We were so close to greatness. Okay. If I place it like, yes. That is precisely how you were intended to operate. Go! You know what? It's a little messed up, but it seems to be working. It's okay. We've done it. It just was it had a mind of its own. It was doing a little silly, goofy maneuver. Okay. We need to give it a name. Like, this thing deserves a name. I'm thinking Gregory. This is Gregory. How's he doing? Am I getting supplies? Not bad. You know what? For the emotional adventure that just was, and the time I got to spend with each of you here, trying so hard to figure out this thingy-mabob. I want those bones, actually. Thank you. You know what? I think it's gone splendidly. The contraption's working. Can I get, like... I don't think I can get around to the front of it. At what point does it stop? Alfred? Alfred is also a good name. I like Alfred. It just deserves a very, like, funny name like that. For the trial and tribulations it's put us through. But I've now learned you have to put it on a stretch of 3 rails. You have to face the direction you want it to go. And it'll go that way. Ah, look, that's so much things. Wait, we want the rails to stay in there. I think it's worked. Ah, it stops. Oh, yeah, I guess it does have, like, just an amount of fuel that it will eventually run out of. Well, we'll just follow this for a while. I mean, it's making some substantial progress. You know what? I can't complain. Let me get some of that. And like that's free. This is free materials. And I'm okay with that. You know what? That works for me. Like this is just free materials now. And you know what? I don't have to mine this. And through the innovation that we experienced here today in chat, the patent that I will now be taking out on this contraption. Place blocks, or is it gonna drop when it finds the hole? It's just gonna drop. I assume. We're technically at, like, near the world bottom, right? Oh. Well, I say that, and there was a hole right there, so I guess it just drops. But it looks like it's fine for a while. Yeah. Yeah. It's just gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going. We're gonna go down this tunnel. I mean, it's a pretty nice, you know what? This is pretty good. This is pretty good. I think this is fine. You know what? I'm gonna use this on the megalodon terraforming. Like this is gonna speed things up a lot. Watch, if I try and use it for the meg terraforming, I'll just let it go off into infinity. There'll just be this giant trench dug into my world as the like minecart thing just went forever because I forgot about it. But this is working nice. Look at all this cobbled deep slate. Let's take all the junk. Like, I don't really need gravel. Or, like, any of this other stuff. Should have brought my shulker boxes from the other end. But I don't want to stop it now. Because I don't want to go... Or I guess, you know what? If I unloaded, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when I unload it accidentally. Just gonna throw all the junk. All of the junk in here. Make sure I use my silk touch for the ender chest. What's in this one? More junk. Okay. Away! It's a long tunnel. It has made a substantially long tunnel. I'm impressed. I am impressed. I thought that was emeralds for a second. I got excited. I know I could use it in other stuff, you know, but I don't like to. Right? I've not set that up. I have virtually no automation in this world, or like not as much as you would expect for me to have when I tell you that I've been playing in this world for almost going on 2 years. Like I have a frog farm, got a gold farm, I got a creeper farm. Other than that, I don't think I have many other farms. Oh, I have a basalt farm. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. I don't really need, like, all the, like, automatic fossil farms and stuff like that. Oh, there it went. It's run its course. It's run its course. You know what? It had a good run. Gonna grab that. Let's just I'm gonna go take it back to the other end. We're gonna look at our spoils. Okay. I just need to do this right. We can pick a new direction. That looks like it's gonna be bad. Let's go this way. Let's go directly this way. Okay. But before we do that, I'm gonna place down my shulker box. I'm just gonna take all of the deep slate. Which looks like quite a lot. That's, you know what? That's pretty substantial. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how quick that has gathered. It wasn't quick for me to fiddle about and build it. But in terms of the actual once it got going, that was pretty good. How's up here? These are just fine? These are fine. Means I'm gonna throw that in there. That'll be my own personal use. Okay, let's do one more, just run at it. What has happened? Did I not place one there? I guess I did not. Do I not have? I do not have. Here, we will be inventive. Oh. Okay, that's weird. There we go. Away it goes. It is working. I'm going to reclaim this oak wood that I put down here a while ago, or else, like, whenever the world download comes out, someone's gonna ask me, why is there oak wood in the middle of your mine? And I will have no good explanation other than the fact that I was... Oh. It instantly fell. Perfect. Exactly what you want to see. Let's make it go... Let's make it go this way. I think we've determined that it needs to be 3 rails. Right? But I didn't have the rails. Okay, it needs to be 1, 2, 3 rails like so. And then add the coal. There we go. I wonder, I guess I could probably put like a torch on the machine. And that would also help in this endeavor. But you know what? It's good. You have toured my world light, and you know how little I have automated. I have still not automated that much. Technically, I've added more automated farms since you toured it. But they're literally... Oh. It has fallen again. You've failed me. Once more. Did I just accidentally break the trowel? Just gonna fill these in with oak planks. Why? Because that's what I have. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Not that. That's what I wanted. Ow. Oh, I'm stuck. Let me free. I want a nice long one. I want a nice long one. Before we give up on the mining aspect of this adventure. And then we can go back and finish the section of the cliffs that we started. You know? I'll go ahead and end the poll. Is there any other things I can do? What is the Q and A? I'm... What does the Q&A thing do? Answer viewer questions live. Ask things. Question mark? I guess. I mean, I don't know how that's any different from chat. But there you go. You guys can ask questions. I don't know how that's any different from just a regular chat. Oh, it's found water. It broke my spawner farm. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, that's not great. I don't remember what that was made out of. Here, let's actually... I don't remember if that was a spider spawner or if it was a, I don't remember what kind of spawner that was. So we're just gonna put that there. I don't remember what how that functioned. But I guess it is there. There's a way to add torches automatically behind it, but I don't know how to. Yeah, it's fine. I don't ever expect to just, like, leave this thing running. Well, that looks like it was important. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever just, like, leave this and then, like, not be, like, right behind it. Do I have no food? Did I run out of food? I'm always doing that. Not recognizing that I'm about to do that. I'll have to fix that spawner farm because that's probably pretty nostalgic. I built that like episode 1 or 2, somewhere in there. Oh, okay. Well, this is a problem. Ow. Ow. Give me a disc. Not like that. Okay. You know what? I was trying to do something cool and sick and clippable for the stream, and you ruined it. All of you. You silly, silly mobs. How did I get in here? Oh, it's right there. I'm out of rockets, too. Rockets. There we go. I do like that this gives us, like, cobbled deep slate instantly, which is nice. Okay. Remind myself to fix that later. In a different way. Is this thing doing anything? I don't know. Do I wear wigs? Yes. Always. I will always be wearing wigs. In every video. Okay. That's empty. This is nice and full of the cobbled deep slate. We'll throw it all in there. I don't know. We'll probably come back and, like, improve upon this design in the future. Something. We'll come and figure this out a little bit better. But for now, this is fine. Let's go back to terraforming. And I'm just gonna... Why did I leave that shulker box there? Oh. I'll come back and fix the spider farm. I think these signs were part of it. I don't know what was a part of it. We'll fix it, though. It looked like it was a simple part of it, so hopefully it was. Hopefully that's better. Already made a better design. Thank you, Light. I will definitely probably use it eventually. Because I need a lot of deep slate and stuff for that terraforming. And for what I get, like, because for the mosasaur side of things, I did it all by hand. And that was horrendous and terrible, and I don't want to do that anymore. Because it took, like, forever. And that's probably been why we've not done anything since that episode. Even though, honestly, that episode wasn't too long ago. It was not that long ago that we did that. If we're being entirely 100% honest with ourselves and each other, that episode wasn't that long ago. There's some junk. Take my junk, not my food though, not my bucket. You can have that though. I'm gonna grab all this, and finally, after however long of a distraction that was, we will now click resume recording and go back to fixing this the way it was intended. So yeah. I guess, like, technically I could just go, if I took that contraption down to deep slate level, wouldn't that technically stop it from dropping? Or, like, not to deep slate, to bedrock level. If I just put that on the top, like, part of the bedrock, I guess there would still be a chance of holes or drops, but it wouldn't be as much, I think. So maybe we'll play around with that. Just moving that contraption, like, down to the bedrock levels. And that'll probably work. Let's see. Literally, if you need a farm or a fast way to get materials, hit me up. Thank you. I should probably spend better and more time automating certain parts of this world. Technically, okay, so technically my iron farm has also been broke. It was literally just a vanilla design, and I don't know what happened between 1.18 point whatever and 1.20.1, but it just broke, and it has not been producing iron. I've replaced the zombie. That didn't work. Well, because the zombie died. I think that the iron golems just changed maybe what they could spawn on. And so something that I had spawn-proofed in 1.18.2 became spawnable in 1.20, so it just, like, basically broke, and they killed the zombie. It has been broke for a while. But it ran so much back in the old version that I still have more iron than I think I could ever use, unless I built a building entirely out of iron. And as I don't foresee myself doing that, I don't think it will, anything like that will be necessary. Like, I've not needed more iron. I had like an entire shulker box full. I still have an entire shulker box full. I mean, it's an empty shulker box right now because all of the blocks have been put into beacons at the current juncture. But I leave the beacon stacks just kind of around, so I don't have to rebuild them. I think there's like 4 in this like 10 chunk area that we're currently in. Because there's that one, there's one like right under there, there's one over there, and then there's another one over in the swamp area for the cave system. Like, I just don't move the stack. I just leave it until I come back. But hopefully this Megalodon enclosure ones will get cleared up eventually soon. Pretty soon. I think okay, so since you guys are here and since you guys are amazing, next episode is Ankylosaurus. I've already said that pretty publicly. So that's what I'm going to be working on, hopefully this weekend and into next weekend. Or into next week. I go back to work on Tuesday, so yeah, stuff is kind of all over the place with my life. Being sick was kind of something I did not want to happen. I really wanted to get ahead on videos and editing and builds, and none of that has happened. We're getting a little bit ahead on episode 30. Episode 30 is going to be Megalodon. Episode 27 is going to be Ankylosaurus. So that leaves episode 28 and 29 to be other stuff. And the way it's currently working in my head is I want episode 28 to be a return to the info center, and I would like to build the exterior parts. Like I want to keep working on tying it into the exterior, maybe fleshing it out a little bit more, and then I do want to build the 2 labs that I want to go in the basement. And then I also, per chance in that video, will include connecting it to the swamp a little bit better, and connecting it to spawn. Depends on how much I can get done. Hoping I can get it all done. That's like, it sounds like a lot, but they're kind of like all over the place small jobs that I want to do. So I think maybe it'll be cool to get that done before the world download. And then episode 29 has a couple of different ideas in my head, but I'm thinking it might be a swamp-centered episode where I try and build some of those trees and maybe do the Sarcosuchus enclosure. Or the question mark? An enclosure in the swamp area. And trying to, like, work on finishing that whole biome, because technically it was supposed to be... It got mostly finished before the last world download, and I would just kind of like it to be finished. I would like to say I have a finished build in this world, which I currently do not have. I don't have a finished area. I have finished builds, but not a finished biome, and I would like to say that I have that. Okay, I need to sleep. Thank you, Dolphin, for your grace. Do. I don't know how this works. Like, I don't understand how the Q&A thing is any different from just a stream chat. What else can I do? I can go members only. Ha 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 ha. And then polls and stuff. Okay. I can do goals, but I don't really want to. I personally am someone who's like, I don't really need it, so I don't want to ask people for it. Okay. Ow. Just gonna do that one. I can definitely see myself forgetting to do that. Get all of this placed in here. Place. This is probably not the most exciting thing to watch, and I apologize, because it is literally just me replacing what we placed last stream with Deep Slate. At least this is going a lot faster than the last stream did. The actual placing required thinking. This just requires grind. And what we can do after I get this all replaced is work on connecting up the landscapes. I'll put a... You know what? We'll put a poll right now. Yes, only now getting back to terraforming. I'm going to put a poll, and we can do underwater landscape. Or we can do above, or cliff. Or no. Yeah, I guess above. Or surface, that's the word. That makes sense. So after we get done replacing this all with Deep Slate, I will... What was I going to say? After we get done replacing this with Deep Slate, we can do some landscaping either above, which means like up there, connecting it to the swamp stuff, or we can do it below and connect this all together. Both needs doing, and we might have time for both. today. It depends on how fast I can work through the landscaping process. Are you going to cultivate dinosaurs this live stream, or are you going to do it off camera? We could cultivate some eggs. I guess the only ones that would be appropriate are for the next episode, which are the Ankylosaurus. But I don't know if I should do that on live stream, because when I do stuff on live stream, it's kind of hard for me. What I need to do is, I know that there's a way in OBS that you can set up like a button that'll clip the last like 90 seconds or something, and I think that that's a button I can set up, and like it'll just like record the last, I don't really know, but I would like that, so that way like if I do something on stream, I can do that. I could simply just record it, but then it, you know, has all the stuff that stream has on it, like all of my camera and the goal bar and then the chat and stuff, and I don't know if I want to include that in the video. I need to find a way that will like separate it out, you know? Like I need to find a button, and I just need to look into finding how to set up a button that'll record one scene in OBS but not the other. So that way I can record my Minecraft scene but not my live streaming scene. And that way I can have that differentiation for the video. Because currently using the live stream clips has always looked really messy to me, and I've always been uneasy about using them. You know? I don't know if that makes a ton of sense, or if I'm making a ton of sense, but it makes sense to me, kind of. Okay, how we looking? We've made more substantial progress. I'm going to kind of focus on the above ground, honestly. Because that's what matters. It's the fact that I can never get up to... Hey, man, I've been there too, especially like when I was a lot younger. I would see people on YouTube and stuff building these amazing things, and like Hermitcraft especially, you know, like I love all those people. They're so fun to watch, and they build so good, and you think, you know, like I could never build anything like that. But honestly, the biggest thing that I'll tell you, especially like in this space, is that it doesn't matter how good you build, as long as you're having fun. If you enjoy the stuff that you're making in this game, Minecraft is a great game. And like, you don't have to build as good as Grian, or as good as like, you know, some of these other like really insane builders in the community. But as long as you're having fun in the game you're playing, like, I think that that's more important than any build. And I know that like a lot of people say that I am a good builder, but I simply don't believe them most of the time. But that's just because like all building is just an art form, and the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it in like slow incremental bits. So like I have definitely not been as good of a builder as most people say I am in the past, at least. Like, I should go through and like post really old builds of mine and just show everyone like, hey guys, look, not every builder is a born builder. It takes it's a lot of practice and a lot of just like, oh, maybe it doesn't look the best, but I think it looks cool and I had fun building it, so I'm gonna keep playing. If that makes kind of sense, and those were good words. Rate my words. I think this is fine. Boop, boop, boop. But I do feel you. Sometimes I do compare myself to other people, and I'm like, I could never do it as good as Poet Plays did it. Why do I even try? Why do we even make this series? Why would I even do it? Poet Plays already did it. I did watch some of his series finally. It's so good. So many episodes though. I haven't watched all of it now. I really hope that I'm able to keep going, kind of like how he did for a very long time. I really, really want to not end this until I have every single creature in the mod with a substantial enclosure and one that I'm happy that they are in and happy with the design of. That is my one goal. Like above all the other like supplemental and silly goals I've given myself throughout this series. Like there are a couple ones that I have like as background goals, and I've probably mentioned them. The one goal I actually have is to never stop until I get all of them in this world. And I also don't want to like just rush at the end to get all of them. Like I want everything to be super thought out and cared for. So that is my one goal. One goal with this series. I don't want to get famous. I don't even want to be a big YouTuber. I want to make a Dino Park series that gets every creature. Because I remember being a little kid watching a dinosaur series, and it got cut short, and that made me sad. I don't want to make anyone sad. I'm a people pleaser to my core. There we go. It's looking nice. Playing Minecraft, building Roman and Byzantine builds. Roleplay servers and playing FA. Now I can't build a nice modern enclosure at all. Oh yeah, I like, that's something I've been worried about. Like, I feel like I have been in this world for so long, in this style for so long, trying to do other styles has been challenging. Another thing, too, is, like, before I started this series, most of my builds were medieval or, like, fantasy-inspired. That was mostly the style that I was good at building in. Because that's what most Minecraft builders build in for whatever reason. Because I guess Minecraft is kind of technically a fantasy game. But so like most of my building was medieval or gothic. Just really maybe not the vibe for a Minecraft Dinosaurs series. And I have been really trying to branch out with my building style, and I think it's been going good. I think that my info center is kind of a dud, if I'm being entirely honest. I do not like the exterior. It's grown on me a little bit. Like the interior for sure shines. I love the interior. I think the interior is great. And I was so happy with myself. That's why in that video, most of the video was on the inside. Because that's where I had the most fun. But the exterior is honestly, in my opinion, a mess of stuff. And I've tried to fix it in creative, and nothing works. And maybe one day I'll find a fix for it, and we'll implement that. But as of right now, it is what it is. And I will cover it with trees. The aquarium, too. Like, I do like the aquarium design. I think if I were to do it today, I would try and do it better. And then... like, the buildings in this world are not my strong suit, I think. I don't know why I don't like many of the buildings, but you know what? I don't. So, I honestly, you know, a series that I started and didn't do a follow-up on as well was the hardcore live streams. I still have that world, and I still actually want to play on it. Like, I want to do hardcore. So maybe I'll stream that some more. It didn't do super amazingly good, but you know what? I think it's less about that it didn't do good, but it's more of I stopped doing it. So I feel like more people would have gotten behind it if I like actually did it. And I'm much better at streaming now, I think, than I was back then. I think I'm still learning, and that's fine. That's all. Like, the YouTube and like streaming is all a journey of learning and discovery and educating yourself on the ways of doing it, which has been my whole journey. So I would love to keep doing the hardcore world because I would like to learn how to do that stuff. Also, hardcore is just a very interesting way to play. And I think it would be fun to continue doing that. Also had a really cool design for a house that I wanted to do. Yeah, I do suggest looking at like real photos and stuff for like inspiration of modern styles. That's how I did my zoo entrance for the zoo series that I also need to follow up on. That might be something that I do pretty soon, actually, just because building in creative is, I just need that spark. And I think what I'm going to do for that series is I'm going to first change the mod from fossils. I'm going to make it into some kind of like prehistoric fauna, or just look at some of the other dino mods that there are and try and find one that I want to play around with a little bit, and build some enclosures for. And then probably we'll go ahead and record. We'll probably have to fix whatever gets broken when I change that mod. Hopefully it won't be too much on that entrance, but the entrance didn't honestly take me that long to build. Mostly that video's, like, the reason that video took me a while is because of the editing. And I feel like I go through highs and lows of editing, like where I'll edit a really cool video and put a lot of effort and time, and then I'll edit a video that I'm like, am I proud of this? Kind of, sure. That's another idea too. Like when eventually this series is gonna end. Like at some point I will achieve everything that I've set out to, right? Like at some point it's gotta happen. I will either have built every enclosure or fossils will have stopped updating. I've said that like if fossils updates and I'm not done, I will add it onto my to-do list. Like I wouldn't like not. But if I achieve everything and I build every enclosure and fossils has no foreseeable updates like in a couple months or so, that's probably when I'll end the series and then start a new world when the next update hits. And I think a cool theme for that, like right now we're doing National Park, which is pretty cool. I'm still liking it. The only problem I have is all of the trees. I build so many trees, and I'm kind of burnt out on the trees at the current juncture. But in the future, I kind of want to do like a medieval dinosaur-inspired like world, where it's less like Jurassic Park and National Parky, and more of Dinotopia vibes, where like the dinosaurs just never went extinct and we've just incorporated them into society, and it just happens to be the Dark Ages. I think that would be a cool concept for a world. Like I can make it super gothic and stuff. The only problem with that is that there are some dinosaurs that don't fit that as well. Like it's hard to fit that together. But it would be creative. It would be a very creative. I could also just do like an actual like zoo in survival at some point. I do typically like to play fossil and archaeology in survival, just because I like the fossils and archaeology survival systems. I think they just work the best in survival of the mods I've seen. And there might be another mod that I'm like forgetting about or not thinking of that has good survival mechanics that I just don't know about. But from what I've seen, fossil and archaeology just handles the survival aspect of bringing back dinosaurs super well. Super, super, super well. Let's do... Oh, I ran out. Okay. That's good. We got a lot with just that. What was that, like 2 rows? I feel like that was good. And hopefully we'll get most of the rest of this. Right? And this brings us over to the swamp biome, which is, I think, pretty well tied in. I'm gonna lower this by 1. I think it's a little too tall. Maybe we'll add, yeah, maybe I'll add slabs on top. But it was just a little too tall for my liking. I think that's good. Yeah. All that really needs is for this to be tied in. And we're getting there. We are getting there. There we go. There we go. I do wish I had some kind of mod in this version that would let me play tracks from the game easier. I tried to look on Spotify for the Creator Safe playlist, and I am so sorry. I am not a Spotify user. My daddy bought Apple Music when I was like 6, and we have never switched. I know it. And I like couldn't figure out how to get certain tracks off the Spotify playlist and such. It would play dungeons and like legends tracks that just weren't the vibe for what I wanted. And I guess it would also play, you know, Minecraft tracks that were like just super eerie or like cave biome ones. And like I was like, I mean, at least it's creator safe, but I don't want to be building some trees and have it sound like we're in a horror movie. So I'm still figuring out the best way to incorporate music into this. There used to be this really cool mod supposed to add creatures from every prehistoric era, but I think got discontinued. Yeah, a lot of those like dinosaur mods get discontinued, and I don't know why that is. I think a lot of mods get like discontinued, but I've just always been in tuned with the dinosaur ones, so I think it happens. Like, for some reason in my brain, it happens more to dinosaur mods than any other mods, but I'm probably sure that that's not the case, that it's just the same with all mods. They go through, like, different development teams, or they run out of support for the project, or run out of, you know, free time to work on it, so the project gets discontinued. Which is, like I think it's happened to quite a few dinosaur mods that I know of. So, but those are the only mods I follow, so that in my brain, like, creates a disproportionate amount of dinosaur mods that I think that happens to. So while I would totally believe that it happens to dinosaur mods more than any other kind of mods, I would also believe that I am flawed in thinking like that. I hope this is the kind of work that I do between episodes. And I hope you guys enjoy seeing this. I know it's probably not the most exciting, but this is what gets done on practically between all of my videos. Like all of them. I think I'm only going to go down 1, 2, 3. I'm only going to go down to this level with the deep slate because I don't know how the terraforming is going to go, or like the landscape. Like, because it's going to be raised from here. Like, there's going to be a platform here. So I don't know exactly how the landscaping is. And with such little deep slate in my inventory, I think we are just going to go from that level up instead of just doing the whole thing. Yeah, a lot of the other ones, yeah, I guess that's true. A lot of other mods get, like, not as much of a following or don't get as much support. Which is unfortunate, because a lot of them are pretty good. Like, as much as I don't enjoy, personally, Reborn and Jurassic Craft and all that, they are really cool. Like, that you can tell a lot of work went into them. And I never want to say that they're not cool or that you shouldn't play them. I know personally I don't want to play them because of the style that I enjoy. I don't want to, you know, like, play with them in survival or add them onto this world. Like, I've gotten people asking me, like, will you add the Reborn mod to this world? And I'm like, I just don't think it fits the style of this world, where it's meant to be very Minecrafty and very, like, naturalistic, and a lot of those models are very Jurassic Park and not naturalistic, and that's, like, part of the whole point. But they're still really, really cool mods, and you can tell a lot of love and care went into them. Like, even the Jurassic Park ones, like, a lot of care and love for the franchise went into making those mods. And so for that, they're really cool. And I'm not saying I will never play with them. There will probably be a project that I do that will involve those mods, especially since, like, I don't see myself trying to go away from the fact that I'm Minecraft and a Dinosaurs channel. Like, my main content is dinosaur related. I don't see myself straying away from that. So I'm sure something will come up where I, like, want to use those mods. I actually had a pretty good idea for, like, one of the Jurassic Park mods. I'll figure out which one I want to use, but I kind of want to recreate the audiobook. Like, I want to make an audiobook of the original Jurassic Park novel, but with images and, like, animations and reenactments in Minecraft. Like, I think that would be cool. As just, like, a little storytelling thing. And a little project to work on. Like, recreating that original novel in Minecraft with, like, audio narrations. Because it's such a good novel. And I feel like a lot of people who are fans of the franchise have not read it. Which is insane to me, because it's so good. So I think it'd be a cool way to do that. And I know that there have been... I'll have to double check that it's not been done before. Which I don't think it has. I think I did, like, some preliminary research. And tried to see if anyone had made a Minecraft reenactment of the original Jurassic Park novel. But I didn't see a video that would be long enough for that, so... But I think that would be a cool little series to run. And maybe I'll make, like, just that prologue or something. And maybe I can ask my friends at PFG to help. Because I don't know how to film make. But I think that would be a cute thing to do. I think I talked about it with Spike, too. It would just be kind of cool. Yeah! 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 Okay. We're getting close. We're almost out of materials, which is a problem. A pretty big problem. I don't really want to go resource mining again. So once we're out, we'll probably just stop working on the retexturing the cliff and go back, and we'll do the terraforming, like the landscaping. I think I can get away with just, like, maybe not even going down that deep for this section. And just doing, like, around here. I think that'd be good. I am excited for concrete slabs and stairs. I saw that today. It looks so good. I know technically I have the ability to do that with copycats, but I've kind of moved away from using too many copycats in this world, just because they cause a fair amount of client lag. So in an effort to make this world not laggy and playable for any little kid that wants to download this after the world download, I like really don't want this to be super laggy. I've gotten on YouTubers' world downloads and been like unable to run it just because like their PC specs are so good that they don't ever blink whenever like it gets as laggy as it does. But like my crappy 8-year-old computer like could not handle running their world, and I got disappointed. Not in them, not in the YouTuber in any way, but like yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like I can't run their super powerful world because my computer kind of sucks. But yeah, so I want to keep that in mind for any people that get the world download. So copycats being a big lag inducing thing, I've really tried to not, like, I've not taken them out. Like, I've not completely removed them from the park, so there's still probably some lag. And, you know, if any child tells me that there's lag, I'll do my best to help them with it, but yeah, I don't know. But I am excited for the concrete slabs and stairs. Like, that looks really cool. We've obviously been asking them forever. I can't believe they're finally adding it. Like, I thought, like, honestly, I thought that they had said that they wouldn't add concrete slabs and stairs. So I don't know what has changed in their decision-making processes. But I am glad that they changed it. I am glad that we can now have, you know, concrete slabs and stairs. That's gonna make like roads and like just tons of different buildings so much easier. Like so much easier. So I'm really excited for that. It's a shame that I won't get it on this world for probably another like 2 years maybe. Whenever Fossils decides to update to whatever version that Minecraft is on now. There's so much in the newer versions that like I keep seeing and I keep being like, gosh, I wish I had that on the Dinos world. I wish I could do that. I wish I could have geysers. You know, like I wish I could play with those. I'm literally like I'm building a waterfall. It is in my head for the Ankylosaurus enclosure, and I really wish I had the geysers and stuff to make the little like foam at the bottom look really nice. Like I technically have a mod that does that as well, but like I prefer the geyser look. So I just wish I had that. And obviously like this is kind of a national park. I based this like whole world on a number of national parks, but one of the biggest inspirations I've taken is Yellowstone. So I think having like, you know, a big giant geyser somewhere would have been really cool. So yeah, I'm definitely like, I really, really wish that I had some of the newer updates. And the pale garden stuff would be so nice with like for the swamp and stuff. Like working on that side of things would be so nice. And I know whenever I complain about this, everyone always says backports. The biggest problem I have with backports is I'm scared that I'm going to use them, I'm going to build with them, and then when I update, they're not going to turn into the vanilla blocks. Kind of like what happened with Chipped. And that was a whole mess and a half, so I'm scared to add mods like that. For the simple fear of they just delete and then all my progress would be done. Because if you don't know what I'm talking about with the chip mod, when we were in version 1.18, I had the chip mod installed. It's what lets me get all of the, like, variants for stone and stuff. It's a pretty simple mod. Like, it literally just changes the textures of a couple blocks when you put it into a workbench. And I used it quite a lot in the 1.18 version for a lot of my builds. And I think most Minecraft dinosaur YouTubers did. It was a very popular mod when, like, fossils finally got updated and everyone was starting their series last year to include the chip mod, because, like, you know, it was one of those popular ones for the versions for the, like, building. And I installed it like many others. And when fossils finally ported to 1.20.1, the version we're in now, there was this big rush to update because, like, you know, cool new stuff. I get to play with an even more modern version of Minecraft that gives me even more cool stuff that I want to play around with. Specifically like Mangrove and like the Wild update, you know, Deep Dark and all that cool stuff. And so in my rushed update, we all saw that the chipped mod between those versions basically changed its block library. And so every single chipped block that was placed in 1.18 vanished. And there was no good way to get them back without going into your old version, using like World Edit or something like that, and basically replacing all of them with a unknown block like a pink wool or a magenta glazed terracotta, and then in the newer version changing them back to the equivalent block. That's what pretty much every YouTuber that I've talked to did. And it was a lot of work for, like, you know, and it was really demotivating. Like, I remember talking to a bunch of, like, Fern and Charlie, Spike, like, Light, everybody, and it was just like, it was so sucky to have to go through and, like, basically rework all the stuff you already did. And so it just, like, yeah, it was a lot of demotivation. And I think if I had to go through something similar, I don't know how likely the world would survive. Because that was rough. It also, like, that happened right as I was moving into my current apartment. So, like, I was already, like, in a kind of stressful move and such. So it was, like, I was trying to figure out, like, YouTube audio and, like, figuring out my new recording setup and, like, how to make my audio sound good again in my new echoey room. There's a lot going on. A lot going on with that. So I'm just scared to go through that again with a different mod, and a backport mod especially, because, like, you would think that it would match identically, and that when you just updated to a newer, like, the version that actually had the block that you were backporting, it would just replace. But unfortunately, that's not always the case, and I am too scared to rely so heavily on something like that in my world. I'd just rather wait and then try and be creative with the stuff I have now. Which I think I've been able to do. Like, in the swamp, you can kind of see I use cobwebs. And I use chipped mod instead of pale moss, which is what I originally intended. Like, what would be something... If I were building it in a newer version, I would use pale moss. But I don't have pale moss, so I was creative, and I use cobwebs. And I like that. Is it the best looking thing? Probably not. Is it the most recreatable? Nope. I've got to go get more cobwebs. That's probably one of the biggest reasons I've not done the trees in the swamp. It's because I need to go get cobwebs, and I have been putting that off. Is there a way to farm cobwebs? Because that would be perfect. Like, if I could find a way, I'm sure there's something. Like, Create Mod does so much. Then again, I'm always surprised when I look up a Create Mod farm and it's not there. Like, I really thought that someone would have used the Create Mod to harvest and, like, gather ferns, but no one had done that. And I tried to figure it out for a while, and just nothing worked. Okay. This is pretty good. Never mind that I need to actually texture all of this instead of just leaving it as cobbled deep slate. You know, that's a story for another day. Let's see. It's beautiful. Yes. Look at its marvels. I think that this one sticks up a little bit too much. I think it needs to be moved down by like a block. And replaced with like, maybe slabs. Yes, that's better. Okay. Ugh. I feel like it's slightly different than what I did over here. And I don't know why. It's probably because I did this like several months ago from when I did this. And so like my style just ever so slightly has changed doing these cliffs. And I could probably just go through eventually and smooth this out a little bit, and that'll help. But that's a job for another day because I'm tired of working on this cliff. And we're basically out of deep slate. So another time. Let's do landscaping. Yes, let's go grab some dirt. Surface landscape won the poll, so that's what we will do. How long have we been going? We've been going for a substantial amount of time. This is the most I've played Minecraft in several days. Because like I told you guys, I have been trying to get on and play, and like this section of trees, what typically would have taken me like a day or two, took me like a week and a half because I was like playing for like maybe 20 minutes at a time, then needing to go to the bathroom and then lay down. It was bad. Let us grab as many dirt boxes, which dirt is over here. Let's do grass. I have lots of grass. We'll take 4 for now. I also need to do the hills over here. This part of the river is going to get covered up, much like all of this did. If you've not been watching the series, that's fake terrain. This is all fake terrain. I made that. Aren't I cool? Such a nice biome color right here. Very nice. No! No! No, I build all the trees. Oh, I should probably stop the recording for the cliff. Yeah, no, all of these trees, all of them were handmade. Yep. Yep. I'm so sick of building trees. I wish that early Coda would have just placed saplings. But he did not. And you know what? I'm proud of him. I'm proud of episode 1 Coda, but I also hate that man for making me do this. Yeah. All of them they're custom. Which is both a blessing and a curse. It makes the world look really pretty. And I actually, I'll show you a little something because we need to save this replay file anyway. I've come up with new designs. New designs. Actually, do I show you? Are you going to? Should I leave them a secret? Do I show you the trees? In my palette builds. I'll show you. This is a world I don't show off much. But it is a world I have. I've been working on these with like walls for a trunk as like a skinnier tree. Like these ones are very like long and they take me a long time to, it takes every single one of these I have narrowed down to about 10 minutes is one tree. And when I have to build like 16 of them, that's a lot of work. And it, like if I spend a whole 2 hours building trees, that's my playtime. That's my playtime. So I wanted to try like maybe just these, and in creative I built them really quickly because it's just kind of messing with the leaves a little bit. Like it's literally just a straight up, and then like add a couple walls here and there. And honestly, I quite like them. So these might start popping up around the park a couple of places. And I use spruce leaves instead of birch. And technically, if I did good on every tree and textured them right, like I'm supposed to, there would be spruce in those trees. But these ones are straight spruce and like a little bit of birch. So I might try and put a couple of these places. And then these are the different kind of trees that I've been putting out by the swamp and like on the edges of the swamp. So I don't know where those are going to come into play. But here are all the trees that I've been building as like a palette for the world. There's lots of things in here. There's my office. I use this as a thumbnail. This was a thumbnail set. And then it's been used a couple other times for various things. This is the gazebo that's in the swamp. That's Basalt Farm. This was, a clip in the zoo series. And then this was for the birthday live stream, which was like a little recreation of a painting. So, yeah. And then I got a green screen, an early version of the info center. I'm going to show this off because it's not going to get made anymore, but it does exist. This was going to be the eventual base on the SMP at some point, but I don't think I'm going to do any more episodes. The server's down, so I don't think there's any more to be done, at least with this season. So, yep. But that was going to be a base at some point. I might reuse it and make it look less evil. Like, I think if I swap the colors, this could be really cool for, like, near the aquarium. Like, but on top of the hill, maybe? I don't know. It might have some use in the Dinos world. Oh, I forgot palm trees. I do have palm trees that I used. Yeah, they take a long time. This was stone to deep 1 question mark? Probably. I don't really know. Okay, back to the Dinos world. Yeah, like moving it over to the aquarium. Like I could change up the colors and make it look less evil and imposing. And like it would be much more suited to like maybe like over there or something, or just some kind of like power area. That'd be nice. It would probably make sense around the aquarium because this is probably one of the most like, this building needs power. Like all the other buildings I have, like the greenhouse, so you can make a case like maybe it needs a little power, but like I could say that it like, and it would be a really cool opportunity to put like maybe like a geyser on top of this, and that's like the water source going into the lagoon, right? So like, here, let me fly to the middle here. The way I envision is that this cliff is going to go way up to here, and then it's going to cascade down. It's going to meet up with this one somewhere over here. It's going to look very quarry-esque, but it could have that like factory-looking building up there, and it's like right next to like a geyser or some kind of thermal vent that is like spilling water into the lagoon. We've got like maybe some kind of dam-like structure or like water gate over here that like lets the lagoon water out into this river that feeds the swamp, that feeds this river going this way. And it's all coming from that source geyser over there. And since geysers are kind of related to volcanic activity, we can say that like is a power plant siphoning off some of the geothermal activity and powering the aquarium and all the stuff around here. Maybe even the info center and the greenhouse. And like, that's our power plant. I don't know. Maybe I can reuse that build and just make it look way less evil. Way less evil. Because it does look very evil. It's meant to be menacing. meant to be evil corporation vibes. And I am sad I didn't get to use it. But honestly, it's fine. I am not upset. Ooh. Okay. Let's start recording. I don't know if I'll use this, or if this will just kind of end up being like a part of, like, maybe I'll mention it in the opening of the video. Be like, hey, I've been working. I've been doing the things. I've got the perfect intro to the video. I'm going to do one of those things where, like, I show all of your comments of, like, where's the Megalodon enclosure? When are you going to do the Megalodon enclosure? When will you be doing the Megalodon enclosure? I'm just going to show all of those comments that I get in, like, the first, like, 5 seconds of the video. And just be like, guys, it is time. We're going to be megaling on our dawn. Megalo on our dawn. Okay. We'll do a little bit of that. Let's see if we can tie it in a meaningful way. I think that works. Welcome back, Beast. It looked evil because I was technically supposed to be playing, like, or, like, my character that I came up for the SMP was gonna be, like, the bad guy and gonna be, like, an evil corporation. And that just I didn't get the time to fully flesh that out. And I don't think I will have any more time. I think that season 1 is officially over. I'm not sure. That was technically never said, but, like, I'm pretty sure the server's been down for, like, 3 weeks. So I think it's over. Which is sad. And I'm sure that there could have been more done, but, like, it's over. It's fine. And we'll see what the future holds for that kind of, like, SMP vibe on dinos and stuff. It just all remains to be seen what the future is of that kind of server, that crew. And yeah, there's no bad anything. Nothing, no one is wrong, no one's in trouble. There's no drama. Don't drama fish. I don't like people that drama fish on like YouTube stuffs. But yeah, I think it just didn't work out. It got unsustainable. So I think we're doing good. I think this is fine. This is fine. Just finding a way to shape this all in a meaningful, connective way. Let's connect up to here. I'm gonna jump up here. By 1. Let's go down like this. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, Beast. I literally was just sick as well. I fully get the feeling. Like, I was so, like, out of it and weak and, like, fatigued that I didn't get on my computer. And that if you know me, like, on a personal level, even when I'm sick, I am still playing Minecraft. I do not give myself proper recovery time, as a human should. I don't know why I'm like that, and probably should take better care of myself. However, I do not. But yeah, like whatever I had this previous time, and I haven't been sick in a long time. It's been a while since I've been sick like this. It was just bad. I was so fatigued that I got nothing done. And that sucks, because I really wanted to get lots done. I've told you all, I had a break from school and from, like, working. So, like, I was really hopeful that I was going to get lots done. on my break that I was gonna get like at least a couple videos made, produced, edited, so that way when I go back to work, like maybe I could be ahead of schedule, you know, and get ahead. And I still might, like, I might delay publishing the next video. I'm already late, I know, and I know that that is not what people would like to hear. But I am already late on the next video, so I might end up deciding to just continue being late a little bit. So that way I can, like, work on a couple other videos. And then just post them on schedule for, like... Because all I would really need is, like, 2 made videos that are just fully good. And then that's, like, 4 weeks of, like, me being able to just focus on the next one. I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. I am also excited because this next semester leads into Christmas break. And Christmas break is when I got a lot done last year. It's it's crazy to think that Christmas break last year is when I got the Mosasaurus stuff done. I feel like this series has really elevated, like, how big these episodes really are. Because I feel like in the early days of this series, I would just do whatever and get some stuff done and then just post the video. Like, regardless on it, if a project looked good or was complete. And now I've made a really big shift into, like, making sure the project feels nice, the narrative of the video is good, and that, like, it all kind of goes nicely together. And, like, is an enjoyable video to watch. Which has just been a big shift in terms of, like, me learning, really. Like, that's all coming from me learning how to do better stuff here on YouTube. So it's interesting to see that evolution, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, nice, Beast. If you would like to post pictures in the Builds channel of the Discord server, I would love to see them. I played the Jurassic World add-on, or at least, like, one of the first ones they did. Really, when I was real young. When I was really young, I played one. And I remember it being okay. Like, it was decent. But, like, I remember being like, I could just go play on Java. The old, I could play this on Bedrock and continue to cry. Or I could go to Java and have a really nice time. Though Bedrock, however, is so much easier when you want to play with people. It's so nice. So nice. And there are mods like the Essential mod, but still, I think Bedrock just does crossplay so much better. You can just, like, join a world. Okay. Are things shaping up? I believe they are. We've got large gaps, but, like, that's fine for now. I think this is fine. Oh. I do forget that some people don't have Discord, and I'm sorry, Beast. I did also forget that there's a build competition. Well, I didn't forget. I do know that it's still happening. I think there's been 3 submissions. So if you have any interest in submitting for the build competition, anyone that's here currently, I do highly recommend it. You can have a piece of you and your builds put into this world. It doesn't matter if they're quote-unquote good or not. It does not matter. You will get, I think, the prize I set was you get free membership perks in the Discord, which is, it's only in the Discord, unfortunately, that applies to, because I can't gift you a membership specifically on YouTube for whatever reason. I don't exactly know. There might be a way, but I don't know it. And then you also get the build that you submit put into the Dinos world for everyone to see, which will be available in the next world download. And yeah, it's pretty good. I still don't have an end date set, and I don't know when I want the competition to end. Mostly because, like, it's kind of subjective, and I want to give people plenty of time. Also, like, I was in no condition last week. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like DMs really either. Like, they kind of scare me. Because my Discord account is, like, the one I've used as a personal account since I was, like, 10. So, like, if someone DMs me, it feels like they're texting me. And I don't like that random people can text me. Or, like, have any... I don't like when random people text me because I instantly think, like, oh, it's a scam. That's my first thought whenever I get a DM on Discord. Because I'm so used to it being, like, my personal account that any kind of DM or, like, anyone trying to DM me feels weird. But then again, I am now a content creator, and I'm in several Discords where I'm listed as a content creator and have posted, like, my videos and, like, my content, and I get that people now see me as some kind of figure in which they would like to talk to. But in reality, that scares me. You know, like, that's one thing that I think a lot of people don't recognize is that it is still, like, for me, when I get a Discord DM, it does feel like a text. And if you were a YouTuber, if you were someone that, like, got a lot of those, they would probably scare you too. Especially because, like, it's a lot of pressure whenever I get a message from, like, maybe a smaller child or something. Like, I don't really want to, especially with all the stigma around Minecraft YouTubers, I don't want to text anyone. I don't want to, you know... I also don't want to say anything. Like, sometimes they'll ask me questions about, like, the Dinos world, like, can I play with you? And I'm kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, buddy, but no, in a much nicer way. But I always, like, overthink that message like 1,000 times. And you can ask my server admins. I'll, like, message them, or technically I'll go talk to them in our kitchen and be like, guys, what do I say? What do I say to this poor child who just wants to know if he can play Minecraft Dinosaurs with me? And I have to then tell this small child, no, you cannot. But yeah, and it's like, on the one hand, like, I don't, I say it in my Discord in, like, FAQs and stuff, and I say it, like, on my stuff, like, please don't DM me. If I don't know you, I don't like that. You're more than welcome to, like, at me in my server, or, you know, just, like, chat there. Like, that's where I want my communication to be. So please don't DM me privately if you don't mind. And, like, I understand, like, a lot of people like to, but I just, like, for me, it does feel like just texting me, and it scares me. It feels like the world has my number, and I don't like it. You also get, like, you get a lot of, like, maybe weird messages too when you invite, like, everyone to just DM you. And I don't want to have to comb through weird stuff. And when I say weird stuff, yeah, I'm not talking about, like, an innocent thing. I'm talking about, like, weird stuff that I don't want onto my feed or into my DMs. Okay, let's do this layer here. What I kind of do when I'm terraforming is I like to go by lines and what, like, feels good. And I know that that's probably not helpful for everybody, but I kind of like to go layer by layer, making some kind of, like, pathway, and, like, just trying to make it a little bit wonky. If I notice that, like, right there, I've done too much, I'll probably try and thicken it and double it up. Like, if it's, like, too jagged or too artificial looking. But I really try and do layer by layer and, like, line by line to try and get something that I eventually like. Nice. I like the TV viewing. Actually, a large part of my audience watches my videos on TV. I think it's like something like 40%, and I've always thought that that was fun. Because I am always someone who's like on my second monitor or on my phone, like in my lap or like on my keyboard or like next to my keyboard. So like when I see that people watch my YouTube videos on a on a TV, I don't know why that makes me happy so much, but it really does. Oh, we're on the first bit of dirt. Soften that edge. Gotten a few weird messages from when I was appearing in Fossil SMP videos. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know why whenever you become some kind of content creator, people try and like latch onto you, I guess, in a way, and are trying to get, you know, that like, obviously, like, you've managed to have some amount of success as a content sort of creator, um, you know, and I understand the hype around that, and I understand the excitement that, like, you know, you could get, especially when you're young and like, oh, dude, this YouTuber's so cool. I want to be friends with him. Um, but keep in mind that person behind the screen or behind the video is it's a real person. It doesn't know you. That like, you know, like it's pretty scary when like some random stranger on the internet's like, "Hi, can we be friends?" Like that's and it could come from a totally innocent place where it's like a little kid like, "Hi, can we be friends?" But when you see just a random Discord user, it's like, ugh, scary. You know, like it's a little frightening. And that goes back to like maybe like I was raised pretty like internet safety conscious. Like that was a big thing that my mom, like, before I could ever get like any kind of online account, was like I had to be sat down and be like, okay, we don't share our names, we don't share our addresses, we don't share our ages. You know, we gotta do all this. You don't talk to anyone you don't know on the internet. And that's pretty good advice for just anyone on the internet. I'm surprised that a lot of that has seemed to go away in recent years, but it's really, really good advice. Don't talk to strangers ever. I mean, not ever. Like, you know, it depends on the situation. You know, there is always a potential when you talk to someone you don't know that it's going to be an enjoyable experience, and there's always the potential that it's going to be a negative experience. And I don't want to discourage like making online friends or something like that, but like it's better safe than sorry for me in most cases. You know, like it's better to be safe, to be secure. If you get a sus feeling, to just like, you know, maybe not interact with that individual anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm too suspicious for my own good, but that's how I am. Is where I streams. Nice, like, yeah, parasocial relationships, like, I don't know. It's interesting, and it's something that like I definitely did not consider when I published my video, that I would be any kind of popular that would allow that to happen for me. So navigating that kind of interaction with viewers has definitely been one of the learning experiences of my YouTube channel, and I would count myself very, very fortunate that I have such a good friend who's my moderator. Gun is an incredible individual and helps a lot with that kind of stuff in terms of like how to respond in a way that's not gonna, you know, turn this person away from the like my videos and such. Um, how to like navigate this kind of awkward, you know, this awkward maybe interaction in a way that's, you know, positive and nice for this person leaving it. He's just been a really great friend always, and that's something I will always appreciate him for. I'm going to do slabs here, and I'm going to do stairs. No, I'm not going to do stairs here. I'm going to do slabs here. I'm going to go through with a little bit of slabbaging, mostly because I feel like it'll help in some areas. I don't think I did a lot of it. That should help. This will help. I've run out of slabs. Let's make some more. Do I have a stone cutter over here already? Should. I do not. Let's just go ahead and put it over here. Boop, boop, boop. Stone cutter. Slab. But can we see Gwen? Yes, I will show you Gwen. I actually, if anyone has, I should make a community post, honestly. I forgot in the last episode to show, or like to ask for name suggestions. So that's probably going to be the next community post, is literally just going to be me like, hey guys, I forgot name suggestions. Can I get some name suggestions before the next episode? Thank you. So expect that in the next couple days. But yeah, I'll go take you to see Gwen. I did name it Gwen, Beast, the Dimetrodon. For you. I think this is fine. It's like good enough for what it needs to be. And when I come back through with like the actual texturing and stuff, that'll be fine. You saw Spider-Man? No spoilers in the chat, because I know not everyone's seen it, but I have also seen it, and I thought it was a fantastic, fantastic movie. Like, one of the best superhero movies I've ever witnessed. And I was thoroughly impressed with how well they handled that movie. And how much they juggled and achieved. And I think it was genuinely peak. Like, again, like, I am a huge superhero nerd. Like, I love all of that kind of stuff. And I genuinely can say that this was one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen. Like, I think it trumps a lot of stuff. And I think that everyone involved with that production should be incredibly proud of what they accomplished. I think it was really good. Really good. It honestly had a pretty important story to tell, too. Like, I think a lot of movies lack a reason. You know? Like, especially a lot of, like, movies in maybe the MCU or something. They lack a rationale as to why they should exist and why they were made. And I think that this movie had a message that it wanted to tell. It had a purpose. It had, you know, something that it wanted to impart on the audience. And I think it accomplished. It accomplished everything that it set out to do. And I loved it. I loved it so much. Yes, no spoilers. Even I think the movie was better than the Avengers movies. I genuinely think that. Like, I think in terms of a superhero movie, it was better. It also, like, the universe felt lived in, the characters felt developed. Like, there wasn't a single character that I questioned its inclusion in the film. And that sometimes is something I do feel when I leave a Marvel movie, is like, okay, why was that character put in? Oh, because they've got a movie coming out next, you know, fall. That makes sense, whatever. I wish, Beast, but probably not. I don't think it's likely, unfortunately, that there will be a new video this Friday. I wish, and if, you know, if by some miracle I get all the building I need to do done tonight, which is not going to happen, because I'm still, like, on the recovery from being ill. So, like, even now, I'm definitely starting to feel, like, very fatigued and tired. And I, like, definitely, like, feel the, I should probably stop soon. Which, I mean, this is pretty typical time of, like, when I would wind up stopping. But, like, still, like, I'm feeling less of, like, oh, I'm tired, and more of, like, I need to, like, take a more medicine and go to sleep. You know? So I don't think a video will be out this week. I'm gonna aim for next Friday for the next Dinos video, and hopefully I can stick to that, but I make no promises right now, because my health has been all over the place. All over the place. So no promise. No promise, but I'll try for next Friday. Doomsday also looks cool. I don't think it looks better than how the Spider-Man movie did. Like I like the trailers, I like the marketing, and then the movie was fantastic. I don't know how I feel about Avengers just yet. Like it looks like it's gonna be interesting, and I'm excited about the prospect of an MCU reboot post Secret Wars. Especially now that Marvel has access to like most of their characters, or at least some way to include them in a cinematic universe. I'm excited by a reboot prospect and like clearing the air of everything. But it remains to be seen how well they execute all of their ideas. What do you all think? I'm gonna put a poll. What do you all think about a parking lot? Because that's something I'm going to be building with the info center. I'm gonna start a new poll. Parking lot? Yes, no. Like, I really think that I want to include one because this build specifically is more of an attraction. I like when I built this, I don't think I had fully narrowed down what the theming of this park was going to be and what I was going to be doing here. And this feels very like meant for tourists. And like you come in, there's exhibit halls, you know, like this feels touristy. And it's also like it's not the best build. If I'm entirely honest, the interior is not the best. It's starting to show its age. It starts looking a little bit better down here. Like I'm fine with all this. This is cool. But like this feels touristy, and I feel like a parking lot here and then like a roadway that stretches out this way and like goes around the quarry, maybe past the like power plant and stuff, and then like out this way past the swamp and stuff. The reason I'm saying that is because in the info center, which looks really bad from this angle, that's why I don't show it on camera ever. The info center is going to be getting a parking lot, kind of. There's going to be like a patio over here. There's going to be like some raised bits here and some like gardening sections. And then there's going to be a set of stairs that'll bring you down to around this level down here. And then it'll take you into a parking lot. It'll be like a small one, you know, not too large. I don't want to do a huge project. But then it's going to take you into a roadway that takes you all the way through here and right to there where World Spawn is. Just like a little roadway, and then I'll build probably a little something here, so that way when people get in the world download, they have build around them instead of just a chest with a pair of coordinates. And then like you could literally just follow the road and like go this way through all the forest and stuff. And I'd probably keep it like towards the outside, so that way it's not infringing on the park in any way. And then it comes to this parking lot, you come up to the info center, and then you can go throughout the park in whatever meaningful way you want. But, like, I also want something to kind of tie the aquarium in, because it looks a little weird, in my opinion, with the dirt path just kind of coming up to it, which is just something that's in my brain space as being a little odd. Just a little odd. But that was my explanation, and the info center's getting one because I've already got it kind of designed, and I want that like kind of build tie-in to the spawn of the world. Also Dilos. Look at those beautiful babies. I've not seen... I don't think I've shown them on camera in a while. I need to probably do a better job of showing all the creatures. Doing more things. To, like, feed them. I need to do a better job of showing more cohesivity between the episodes. Because, like, I feel like a lot of my episodes just kind of jump from one topic to the other. And if you've not seen any of the other episodes, I'm flying by stuff that you've just not seen. And that's a little bit on you because you've not seen the other episodes, but also, like, I do want every single one of these videos to be approachable to anyone, regardless of if they've seen the full series or not. You know, that makes them more likely to actually go watch the rest of the series. But yeah, I think that, like, I need to do a better job of, like, being like, oh, we're feeding the Dilos today. Say hello. I'll probably make a point to do that, like, in the swamp episode, that I want to do. Or, like, it's going to be an info center / swamp one, where I'm going to, like, go through and, you know, see all the swamp animals. I also need to go through to, like, each video and find the comments that named all of the creatures. And I want to, like, I started to do it for the last world download, and, like, put people's name suggestions, like, who named the creatures on the signs. Because I thought that was a fun thing to do as well. I also have a members wall for members. Oh, I know. I know that the Megalodon is huge. That's why I have given it plenty of room, hopefully. Like, I think I've given it probably the most room I could have given it. Like, I'm even digging this out, but, like, I think for one Megalodon, this will be plenty. Hopefully. Hopefully plenty. I actually got to see a Megalodon jaw. The Field Museum has a specimen that I stood in front of and took a really awkward photo. I'm gonna use some of the Field Museum photos I took in like videos in the next episode, just to kind of explain to the general public where I've been, because, you know, I understand I have been absent for like 4 weeks, and I've only been making like community posts about the badges because that's all I've been able to bring myself to do. But yeah, I do want to acknowledge my trip because I had a lot of fun. The Field Museum had so many cool exhibits. I got to, you can't ask, but you can trust me when I say that my girlfriend saw me and I was real excited. We were going through that exhibit. I don't think she's ever seen me like that. I was like a kid in a candy shop where it's just like, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, dinosaur. Ooh, dinosaur. That's how I was, like, the whole time. I was probably insufferable. But you know what? She still likes me, so I get away with it. But it was a really, really cool, like, their opening hall had Shublik the Spinosaurus, who was so impressive to see. They had a giant Alamosaurus, which was also really cool to see. They had 2 life-size Quetzalcoatlus statues, or I guess displays. I don't know what the correct word is, but, like, it was so incredible to see how big Quetzalcoatlus truly was. Like, I never, like, really, like, I knew it was big, but, like, standing next to it, you really get a impression of how huge it was. And, like, I'm a very short individual. I am 5'6" on a good day. And, like, standing next to this giant creature was just so surreal, and so cool as well. And it's got me really excited to work on the Quetzalcoatlus enclosure in this world eventually. And then going through the whole like exhibit, seeing Sue was really cool. Seeing all the other specimens they had the Archaeopteryx, or I can never say it. Archaeopteryx, I think is the right way to say it. But they had, you know, that transitionary fossil. that discovered like feathers on dinosaurs and like dinosaur related stuff, made that connection to birds. Like that was a really cool specimen to see. It's just all really, really, really cool to see. And I'm so glad that I got to see it. Okay, something I think that would be cool. Like right here is a little bit of water runoff. I think like if I made like a little geyser or something here, that could explain some water runoff into the swamp. And then I can put like maybe a couple more and like a big one on top that's like filling out into this and just like natural sort of springs. I think is going to be my explanation. That one, Rye. I can Archaeopteryx? Archaeopteryx is how you say that. I remembered. Maybe, that's probably right. I always forget how to say it. And I'm sorry. I know that it hurts. But I am a dinosaur nerd, not an expert, is what I like to say. I really like dinosaurs, but unfortunately I had to study engineering. So I don't know everything. And when I say I don't know everything, I really don't know nothing. I know nothing. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. I got it. I am a genius. I am a genius paleontologist. But here, I think Beast wanted to see Gwen the Dimetrodon from last episode, so we'll head into the info center and take a look. Let's head inside. Here's Fern. What a cutie. Oh, and here's our Confucius flying around. They're probably stuck somewhere. Wonderful art. Wonderful art. I didn't show off the ones in the lobby. Art. If you have art, I like art. I like when people make art. Art is cool. See art. Art. I take art in Lego form. If you make art, I put art in world. Yes, good. I do. I like on terms of the info center. I love the interior. The interior is one of my favorite places to just jump around in. Like I love going through and seeing all the different skeletons. It's so fun for me. I had a lot of fun with this interior. The exterior, for some reason, I just don't vibe with anymore. Like I really wish I had done something different. Also, shout out to my members. Thank you guys for being awesome. You are here on this wall. You will be here until the world download. Well, even after the world download, but you will see yourself in the world download. And then the this from last episode, which was lots of fun. I wish I had done. I looked back at this after the video, and I watched a Mumbo Jumbo video that talked a lot about floor plans, and that's something I want to now include, and I want to think about. This is a very open floor plan. Like you walk in and you can see every single exhibit. I think if I do something in the future that's similar to this, which I think will happen with a desert house, I will probably make it more of a floor plan type thing. But here's Gwen. I can show you that his name, or that she's named, sorry. Not that. That. Yeah. These tiny tunnels that I made because the surface is like right there. But here's Gwen. Gwen the Dimetrodon. I'm gonna make a post directly after this stream on the YouTube thing and just be like, hey guys, I forgot to ask you for name suggestions in the last episode. I would like that, please. So yeah. You did hear your goat Mumbo. He talked about like floor planning and stuff in like an art gallery, and that's something I now want to do in my next like interior space, and that's something I'll probably include. Like, I obviously, like, the cave system is meant to be windy and stuff and not, like, open like that, so that's going to be a little bit like that. But I also have these two rooms up here that are going to be a paleontology lab and an archaeology lab, so I kind of want to do a little bit of stuff like that where I make, like, a little, like, floor plan and think about it. They're really nice for getting advice from, and I like watching Hermitcraft just for the sheer amount of advice that they can give. And they're so good at giving advice, too. They have such good words, like, for explaining all of the stuff. And I aspire to have the words that they use one day. I do need to come back to the info center and, like, the inside and, like, texture a little bit. Like, a lot of this is untextured and just kind of left how it was. Like, I want to add some stuff here and there to just make it a little bit nicer. Sorry, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. A little tired. And, like, some of these plants, I made these, like, planters before we had access to the prehistoric plants en masse like I do now. So I want to come back and do a little bit of work here and there. And I also really wanted to make these, the ones with the sniffers on them, but I didn't have any of the sherds. So I would really like to make those that eventually. So yeah, tons of stuff that I have on my to-do list with this build. And I think after next episode is going to be Ankylosaurus, which we'll head over there to end off the stream. So you can guys see that's the build competition, build competition, build competition. Do it if you would like. I will take your things. But yeah, like over here, what was I saying? I don't remember. This is Ankylosaurus. This will be next episode, which will be 27. 28, I'm thinking, will be Info Center, kind of connecting it up to the swamp and, like, connecting it to the world at large. Or at least just, like, the Info Center and, like, doing a lot of work on that. And then if I don't end up doing everything I want to do over there, like the swamp stuff, I'll probably do episode 29 as, like, a return to the swamp and, like, doing all the trees and maybe adding the Sarcosuchuses. And then episode 30 is going to be Megalodon. And that's the plan. That's the plans that I have in my brain. It's subject to change, but currently that's the road to the world download. And I hope you guys have still been enjoying the series. And I'm sorry that I've been gone, because, you know, there's been lots of things going on in my life, and I'm sorry. But I am back. I will continue working on the episode. I've got about 5 minutes recorded from what I did today, and hopefully I'll have a lot more done tomorrow and Friday, and hopefully shooting for next Friday release. Check out the Discord with all the stuff if you want to do the build competition. All the info's in there. If you want to stay up to date for streams and stuff, that's where I announce them ahead of time. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next live stream or video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.